Hey there, it's Dave here, and you're watching the Fourier Automation channel. So far, I've done 3 tutorials on getting started with NASA's CFS framework, and I'm going to continue that. I've gotten some really good feedback on that, but that's something that really either only experienced professionals would use to create flight software for spacecraft, or students, advanced students, or not because it's so hard to understand, but because it's such a narrow of such narrow use. So what I wanted to do here was start 2 more playlists of tutorials. One will be for kids. We're going to do things like this Pica Toys kids robotic project, which is to make an RC car. But then I also wanted to start another playlist of tutorials for home robotics hobbyists that are, I don't know, beginners to advanced, but something that's accessible for home hobbyists. And I wanted to go step by step through a project that I have done in the past, but I want to start over and go step by step to teach people how to do what I think would be a really fun intermediate to advanced project in robotics. And here's what we're going to do. We are going to take an RC car like this, and we are going to strip it down, remove all the electronics on board, just leave the motors and the chassis and the steering mechanism, and we are going to install a microprocessor and sensors and make it step by step, take it from being pseudo remote control to being semi-autonomous or completely autonomous, depending on how far you want to go with this project. And I want to make it accessible and not terribly expensive. So if you're interested in taking an inexpensive, cheap toy like this and turning it into an autonomous robot, then you're going to want to follow the Fourier Hobbyist playlist that we're starting here. And I'm going to walk us through that project step by step. So this is episode 1. So what we're going to do here right now is go over the parts. So let me preface that by saying I've tried to keep the costs way down. At the same time, I don't want to recommend parts that are so cheap or undeveloped that they're going to limit your options for developing this project further down the line. And so for that reason, I am going to ask the viewer to think about investing in some heavy-duty batteries that may seem overkill for now, but they may be useful in the future, and to think about a motor driver that is, maybe also overkill for a small project like this that might be useful in the future. So without any further ado, here's my parts list that I'm going to recommend for this project.